it's Sam, and today I have my November book haul, but there's a little bit of stuff from December in it too. Little bit of complaining for 1 second. I was waiting to film this because I wanted my book outlet order from Black Friday to come in, and it hasn't yet, and everyone else is getting theirs, and mine, according to my tracking information, is in a town about a half an hour away at their local post office where it's been for 4 days. Yeah. So I'm a little annoyed about that because I wanted to put this all into one haul. So now I'm going to have this haul and then probably either a Black Friday haul, or I'll just combine that with any books I get for Christmas, because basically my entire wish list for Christmas is books. But it's still, you know, disappointing because I just want my Black Friday books too. But I have plenty of books to show you anyway, so let's get going. So this first book should come as no surprise because it's shown up on a lot of book hauls both this month and last month, and that is My True Love Gave to Me, edited by Stephanie Perkins, 12 holiday stories by a bunch of YA authors, who I'm not going to mention because I'm sure you've heard the list by now. This is the UK edition, which I love. Yes, it's almost so bright that you're like a little jarred by it when you see it in person, but it's still gorgeous and like nothing I've ever seen before, really. It has the nice gold, it has the bright pink pages, it has the bookmark. It is really pretty. So I'm going to be reading this for the 12 days of Christmas, which I know technically are after Christmas, but I'm going to read it the 12 days leading up to Christmas. So I'm going to do a story a day leading up to Christmas. Very cute, very Christmassy, and I'm looking forward to this because I haven't really read a ton of the authors on this list, so I can kind of see, you know, get a sampler of some of these authors and see which books I should check out. These next books are all from Book Outlet, not from the Black Friday sale, but from a book order I made before that. So the first book that I picked up was Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell. I have yet to read any Rainbow Rowell. I have Fangirl on my shelf, but I'm holding out for when I'm really in a book hangover, book slump, because I hear that's really great. It's a really great contemporary story, so I'm holding on to it. And in the meantime, I picked up Eleanor and Park, and I actually got this one a little damaged, which I was really surprised about because that's never happened with Book Outlet. But thankfully, they sent me a second copy when I let them know that their book was damaged. So that was really awesome. I am still really blown away by Book Outlet's customer service, and I still really, really recommend them. So I now have 2 copies. So I might give the damaged copy away if you guys are interested in that, or I might just give it to my local charity shop. I haven't really decided because I don't want to give away a damaged book, but I know a lot of people want this book. I don't know. I don't know. Comment down below and let me know if you'd be interested in a giveaway for this book with a little tear on the back. I don't know. But either way, I finally have Eleanor and Park. I've heard really good things about it, and I'm interested to see what the hype is about. The next 2 books I picked up were The Girl of Fire and Thorns and Crown of Embers by Ray Carson. These are books 1 and 2 in the Girl of Fire and Thorns trilogy, and I have heard really, really good things about this from basically everybody that I trust on books. And it's not a very hyped up series, honestly. I haven't heard a lot about it outside of this like core group of people, but it sounds really good. It's about a girl who is not your typical fantasy type heroine. She's a little bit heavier set. I guess she has problems with food. She's kind of insecure, but there's a prophecy about her, magic related, yada yada yada. I know a little bit about this, but I haven't really looked into it because I don't want to spoil myself at all. I want to go in as blind as possible, but basically it's very refreshing from what I've heard. It's very different as far as the typical fantasy story, and it's really refreshing. So I'm really interested to get into this. I'm hoping to pick up the next book soon, but I want them all in paperback, and the next book is still only in hardcover on Book Outlet, so I'm kind of waiting for that, but I'm really interested to hopefully read this within the next year. The next book I picked up was The Distance Between Us by Kasie West, and I don't know a ton about this. It's a cute contemporary story. Basically, the girl in the story doesn't trust rich people. That's what I've gotten from the synopsis. Like, she's from like a lower class family, or from like a poorer family, I guess. Maybe just working middle class, I'm not really sure. And she just doesn't really trust people that have a lot of money, but of course she ends up falling for a guy who is really rich. And it's kind of like the distance between them as far as like class and stuff like that, and like, you know, poverty level. I don't know. The way I'm phrasing it sounds kind of weird, but it sounds kind of cute, kind of like a, you know, opposites attract kind of thing, and it's really short, and I've just been searching for a contemporary that I really enjoy because I'm just really coming up short with a lot of them I'm reading. So I'm gonna give this a go. It was really cheap and it's short, and so if I don't like it, it's short. So if you guys have heard anything about this or have read this, please comment down below and let me know, because I really haven't heard much about it. I then picked up Tiger Lily by Jodi, Lynn Anderson. This is a retelling of Tiger Lily, which is the girl in Peter Pan from before Wendy Darling comes around. She's the Indian girl in Peter Pan, and I'm really interested to see how this goes. I haven't seen a lot of Peter Pan-ish retellings. I love fairy tale retellings. If you've been around a while, you know this about me. And I've seen this for a while, and I just haven't been able to pick it up, and it was finally on Book Outlet, and I said, I need that now. And it's fairly short, and I've seen mixed things about it on Goodreads, but I think I might really enjoy it, and it's kind of, you know, gonna be maybe a little tragic because Peter Pan kind of like abandons her for Wendy. So we'll see how this goes. We'll see if it's kind of twisted around and whatever, but Tiger Lily seems like a really interesting character, and I'm interested to see how this retelling goes. I then picked up Rebel Heart by Moira Young. This is the second book in the Dustlands trilogy. The first book is Blood Red Robe that I read earlier this year. I did a review on it, and I really, really enjoyed it, so I will link that here for those of you that haven't seen that. But I really enjoyed the first book, and I'm interested to get into the second and third one. I've heard mixed things about the rest of the series, but I want to see how I feel for myself. It's a very interesting world, very different, and a very different storyline and very different characters I'm used to seeing, so I'm really interested to see where the rest of the series goes, and hopefully I really enjoy it. The next set of books I won in 2 different giveaways. The first giveaway was during the Dewey's 24-hour readathon that took place in November, I think, or was it October? I don't remember anymore, but it took place last month or the month before, and I actually won one of the raffle door prize kind of things. Anyone who's participating, your name goes in a hat and they can pick you every hour, and I actually won one of the hours, so I ended up choosing Firebug by Lish McBride, and this is about a girl who has like fire abilities, and she's running from like a magical mafia. So you guys know I love criminals, and I'm pretty sure she's kind of part of the criminal underground. The criminal underground is chasing her. It sounds like it could be really interesting. I haven't heard a ton about it, but it sounds up my alley. The next set of books I actually won in a Twitter giveaway, and I never win giveaways. I mean, this was like a raffle. It's a little easier to win those, but as far as like Twitter giveaways, I never win them, so I was totally surprised, and I'm really excited because a few of these books I was planning on pre-ordering, and now I don't have to, and I get to read them. This is an art giveaway, so eventually I'll be probably picking up some of the books in hardcover or whatever at some point if I did really enjoy them, but now I get to try them. So the first arc I got was Zodiac by Romina Russell. I was about to pre-order this book before I won the giveaway. It was like the day before I was going to pre-order it. This is a science fiction book, and basically there's a galaxy, and all of these planets are kind of in the astrological zodiac signs, like they all represent a zodiac sign, and it's like beware the 13th sign, so apparently one of the signs like is evil. I don't know a ton about it because I've kept myself as blind as possible. This is a debut author, and actually the Carpe Librum book club is doing a read-along for this, so I'm probably going to read that with them this month because I want to, and I like read-alongs. So it sounds interesting. It's science fiction, which I've been really in the mood for and still haven't picked up because, I don't know, I'm an idiot. I have plenty on my shelf, but I'm hoping to get to this soon. I need to kind of finish out the books on my end of the year TBR first, but then I'm going to pick this up, hopefully soon. Hopefully to read with Carpe Librum, and then participate in the live show and discuss with everybody. So yeah, very intrigued by this. Plus, side note, I don't really believe in like astrological stuff, but I am a very accurate Leo according to like all of that stuff. Like whenever I read how Leos are supposed to be, it's kind of like how I am. So I don't believe in it, but it is something that's kind of like funny, you know, when you're like bored. Yeah, you guys think I'm crazy now, okay. This next book was the only one in the giveaway that I didn't know anything about, and that is Famous in Love by Rebecca Serle? Not really sure. It's a contemporary story. I think it's about a girl who basically gets plucked out of like a mall or like obscurity basically. She was like not an actress or anything, and she becomes a star in a blockbuster book adaptation movie or TV series. Not really sure, but it kind of sounds like something that book people would really enjoy. And again, I've been looking for contemporaries, but I haven't heard a ton about this, so if you guys have read this book or heard anything about that, comment down below and let me know because I haven't really seen much about it. So I'm not probably going to read this very soon, but it's around for what I'm feeling like, you know, like kind of like a rom-com type book. I think this would really fit the bill for that. The next book that I got was Lailah by Nikki Kelly, and I've heard a little bit about this, but not too much. And I was kind of thinking about picking it up, but I wasn't really sure. So it was nice that I got this as an art giveaway because I don't think I would have invested money in it if I hadn't have known anything about it and had just got it as an ARC. But it is a kind of like vampire angel story, which sounds kind of cheesy, but it looks like it might be really cool. The main protagonist doesn't age, and she like never gets sick, and she's kind of like an immortal, so I don't know if she's going to end up being like an angel or a vampire or both. I don't know. But she has some kind of like powers, good and evil, blah blah blah. So if I'm feeling that kind of like paranormal-y thing, I might pick this up. This is the first book in a series, the Styklar Saga. And you guys know how I feel about the word saga. If you don't, I like kind of saga as like a series title. I just think it sounds cool. So maybe? I don't know. I mean, it kind of looks creepy. I don't know. Have any of you guys read this? I'm asking that a lot in this book haul, but have you guys read this? Do you like it? Comment below. Yeah? Okay. This next book was the other book that I was really excited for, and that is I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson. And I have heard nothing but excellent things about this, and everybody that I really trust has said they really enjoyed it, and it's one of their favorite contemporaries. Made a lot of people's like top 14 of 2014 lists, and people really trust Jandy Nelson. I haven't read anything by her yet. I own The Skies Everywhere. I haven't picked it up yet. But this is told in two perspectives. I think it's either twins or siblings. I think it's twins. But one perspective is when the kids are younger and one is when they're older, and something happens in that time and you're kind of trying to figure out what it was, some like big tragic event. So yeah, I'm interested to see how this goes. I hear it's a tearjerker, and sometimes I kind of want a tearjerker. You know, sometimes you want that from your contemporary. So I don't usually cry at books, but if this makes me cry, then you know it's a good one. So these last three books I just ordered kind of all over the place, and they're kind of fitting in here. One's a pre-order, one was from Book Depository, and one was during the Amazon Black Friday coupon sale. So they all came at different times and I didn't really know where to group them, so just put them here at the end. The first book is Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas, which I got from Book Depository. I was looking at my wish list putting it together for Christmas, and I saw that this book was like $4.39 magically one day. So I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna pick that up because usually they're like $9 or a little over for the UK editions. These are the UK ones, which I really like. I like the black covers too for American editions, but I just like white covers because you don't really see them very often. So these just appeal to me, and I just like the way that the spines look, and they're all kind of like the different colors, and yeah. So I had to pick this up. So now I just need Air of Fire, and then I can, you know, be caught up. So I'm very excited to catch up with this series. I have only read Throne of Glass so far, and I'm really, really paranoid about getting spoiled for Air of Fire or Crown of Midnight. Thankfully, the fandom for these books isn't really about spoilers the way that like the Divergent fandom was. So hopefully I won't get spoiled before I get to read it, but hopefully beginning of the year I can catch up with these because I'm hoping to get Air of Fire for Christmas. Fingers crossed. The next book I picked up was The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Braken, and this I got during the Amazon coupon sale. There was like a 30% off coupon for one bookish item. I really should have gotten like a box set or something, but I didn't want to drop that much money. So I decided to pick this up, and this is the first book in the Darkest Minds trilogy. They have all just recently come out. The last book just came out. I mean, the last book in the series just came out. So this is about kids who have like superpowers. I think they've survived some kind of disease or something. It's like a dystopian world. They're putting them all in concentration type camps. I'm sure a lot of you have read this. It's very well loved. And kids with superpowers sounds really cool to me. I read The Young Elites not that long ago, and I wanted a little more out of The Young Elites, so I'm thinking this might be able to give that to me. I'm hoping. But either way, I think I'm gonna like it. Kids with superpowers, a little dark. Yeah, I've heard good things about it. I'm interested to pick it up. And the last book is killing me because I can't pick it up yet, and that is Gathering Darkness by Morgan Rhodes. For those of you that don't know, I'm hosting a read-along for this with Marina from Makeshift Library and Louisina from My Reading Glasses, and we're currently reading Rebel Spring as of right now. The live show for Rebel Spring, the discussion live show, will be on the 17th of December at 7 p.m. here on my channel. I haven't done an official announcement for it. It's been on Twitter a little bit. It's been in the Goodreads group if you are part of the Goodreads group, and we talked about it during the live show for Fallen Kingdoms. But for those of you that don't know about the read-along, I will post all the information down below in the Goodreads group, so if you have already read these books, then you can join us. But after we read Rebel Spring, we're going to jump right into Gathering Darkness. I'm so excited. I'm like 100 pages away from the end of Rebel Spring, and I'm probably going to finish it tonight, actually. So when you're watching this, I'll probably be done with it. But I'm really liking where it's going. So I'm really excited to pick this up, and this is just so pretty. Like, it's such a pretty book, and yeah, I want to read it like right now, and I can't. But soon. So if you guys are also reading this book this month, or even next month, then check out the Goodreads group and we can all discuss it together and all of our feelings, because there's a lot of feelings. So for those of you that don't know, Fallen Kingdoms is a YA fantasy series. It's going to have 6 books total in it, and I basically describe it as Game of Thrones light. For fans of Game of Thrones, you'll probably like this. It's not obviously as complex as Game of Thrones. It's a YA series, but it's very fast-paced. There are a lot of characters, multiple point of views, lots of twists that you don't expect, and I'm really, really liking where the story is going. So I'm really excited for the rest of the books in this series, and I see why the series is starting to get more hype. So, like I said, check out down below if you are interested in reading along with us. because this is going to be good, I think. It's going to be real good. Alright guys, that is it for my book haul for now. Like I said, there'll be more later on this month, and I'll definitely do one after Christmas and everything, but comment down below, let me know if you've read any of these books and answer any of my questions that I asked about some of those books, because there's a lot of books that I just really didn't know much about and picked up just hoping that I will enjoy them. So if you've read them, you can recommend them to me, then let me know down below. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see all of you guys soon. Bye!